As you can see, I loved exactly what Chris Sims had to say about our Miami Dolphins. And I got suited and booted. I went around. I talked to the analysts because I wanted the analysts to know the fans' perspective. We want some players. We want playmakers. We want players that we can put on our fantasy football team. That's the truth. That's what we want. And I'm not going to tell you right now, as I got the whole team together, who I wanted on my squad and who won the draft. But right now, we're going to start with Dan Graziano. You tell me who won the draft, Dan.
I'm going to go off the board. The first team that jumped to mind was the Miami Dolphins. I mean, they take Jalen Waddle early in the first. They get the pass rusher in Jalen Phillips. Later on in the second, they take Eikenberg, the tackle from Notre Dame. They're talking about trying to put Tua Tagovailoa in the best possible position to succeed starting this year. I think they did give him a lot of help, and I think the Dolphins are a team that we might forget about. They won 10 games last year, just missed the playoffs. It's a team that's a legitimate threat, I think, as early as this season.
That sounds good. Now, Dan Orlovsky, you let me know who won the draft.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. That's all I heard at the draft, Greeny. I thought the Browns had a remarkable draft. First of all, they made two weaknesses into strengths. You know, the selection of Greg Newsome, the corner out of Northwestern, awesome. Then in the second round, they got Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who a lot of people I heard talking about as a first round. That is a massive hit right there, by the way. And then the third round, getting Anthony Schwartz, the speedster out of Auburn. So the weaknesses were the defense and long speed, and they addressed them both. I think Browns fans should be joyed today, the same way I was overjoyed when Big Will Costello got our game-winning hit at Westport Little League Saturday night. The Browns had an awesome draft.
Dan, that's a great take, and I definitely have to agree with you. If Jeremiah had been there at 15 in the draft, none of us would be sitting here right now complaining about him being taken there. But as much as I hate to admit it, Mel, you are the expert. But I have to say, the Browns, they did have an outstanding draft. Do you agree?
Yeah, not as good as some of the other teams, though. I won't go with the Browns being the top draft, Greeny. I disagree with that. I would go Miami. I'm with Dan Graziano on that. I'm all about Miami. I'm all about the Dolphins. I think they are right where they need to be. They lined it up perfectly. They got help on both sides of the ball. And I'll give you a couple guys that Dan didn't mention. Larnell Coleman out of UMass is a mountain of a man. He can flat out play. A lot of starts, right tackle, left tackle. He will help Lee and Eikenberg help that line. And then you think about Hunter Long. They love two tight ends, right? Love them in New England. Now you got Mike Gesicki and Hunter Long, who not only block, but can stretch that deep middle vertically. I think they help Tua. They help the defense. Great job, Miami.
Well, Mel, some Miami Dolphin fans may disagree with you because they want playmakers. They want ballers. They want players that they can use on Madden and use on their fantasy football team. But as far as I'm concerned, the team that had the best draft in the NFL is the Miami Dolphins. So I definitely agree with you about that. Hey, at the beginning of the offseason, the mission was to find weapons for Tua, right? Well, they picked Jalen Waddle, number 6. He's fast. He can take it to the house. He can go 0 to 100 real quick. And of course, he's a punt returner. He's versatile, exactly what Miami needs. And then at 18, Jalen Phillips from the U. He is relentless. A motor is nonstop. And of course, he reminds Miami Dolphin fans of Jason Taylor. And he was the number 1 edge rusher on the Dolphins board and on my board. Then at number 36, they turned that pick quicker than Waddle can run the 40. Woo! We got Jalen Holland from Oregon. He is the Swiss Army knife. He is the 2021 Mika Fitzpatrick. That's right. Brian Flores knows exactly what he wants to do with him. He's going to move him all over the defense. He's going to be down in the box. He's going to be covering the tight end, the slot. He's going to be all over the place. And at number 4, the Miami Dolphins moved up to take tackle. We're talking about Liam Eikenberg out of Notre Dame. This boy, they moved up to get him. He will be the starting right tackle for the Miami Dolphins when the season begins. So overall, I give this team an A overall. So look at the board right now. Straight up Dolphins. You can't beat that.